Ooh, I hate being late. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hold on. This is what I get for being late. I forgot. We'll have to turn on for streaming and why I didn't. So my VTuber's not working. But hold on, we're gonna get the VTuber working. You just get hand motion at the moment. It's been a minute. A week, to be exact. But it's been a minute. Hold on, let me fix this thing here. Get my phone charged up so I can get my VTuber working. I hope everyone's having a terrific weekend. Hold on, let me plug in some stuff real quick. All right, I think my head is kinda, oh wow, very jittery. Whoa, there we go. Now let me do one fixie fix. And I think we're good to go. And since I'm late, let's see if we can get some memberships out. Let's go to 5 and see if we can hit anybody that is not green in chat, including Naru. How you doing? Luisa? Care? Hold on, I know I'm missing people. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. I think Melissa folks disappeared on me. Hold on, I went to Jen, Angel, Ebony. Hey, what's Sienna? And Chaos. All right, who did I miss? Sheila. Mama Cat brings the first one here in Capavella. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see. We can show one more. I have enough in the budget for one more. Let's see if we can get either Care or Nardo. Care or Nardo. Black Copper, thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Let's see if we can get Care or Naru. Care or Naru. And it's going to Naru. Let's go. All right. Sienna. No problem, Sienna. I hope you're doing well. Oh, those that don't know, Sienna is a, would you call it brand new? Brand new mommy? I hope life's been well, Sienna. Oh, are you getting to Switch 2, Sienna? Okay, so just a minor update and then I got stories for y'all. I gotta do this thing real quick here. Switch 2. What I'm gonna try to do is maybe do a giveaway for Switch 2. But that's between us. Ebony, you're welcome. So those that aren't familiar with the Crunchy races, I partnered with Crunchy, Wilbo, and Thingy way back in the day. Like, we were all young back then. For a little Mario Kart activity. If I can get 2, one for myself, I was thinking of getting the whole community to do one final big hurrah race in New Horizons. And then have that be the final Horizons event before we start on whatever, you know, the next game is. Kelly! One of the Kellys. How are you doing, Kelly? Brand new-ish. And no Switch 2 unless another AC is released. I don't think another AC will be released for another... I want to say they'll probably announce a teaser of it. Just get people excited by the end of this year, right? And then the game will probably be set to release sometime next fall. And then my prediction, there's going to be a delay in development. So it won't come out until 2027. That's my estimation. And I'm hoping by the time 2027 comes, you know how we have the regular Switch and then you have the... Was there another Switch before the Switch OLED? And then the OLED, I'm hoping by 2027, there's a new one. Oh no, I'm not coming for a hot minute. Gonna guess 2 more years. Yeah. Now Switch 2 for me, even if you have them, if I had the money, until they prove the Joy-Cons are good. I'm honestly more worried about the tariffs. I don't care what your political views are. I know right now the Switch 2 was gonna get tariffed, and then it was released that they're not gonna get tariffed. Our leader is kind of switching sides left and right nonstop. I don't even think he knows what he's doing. sometimes. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the tariffs, if it's just certain accessories or whatnot. That seems like a long time. I won't be buying the Switch 2 until the new AC game comes out. I hope by the time the AC game comes out, there's an Animal Crossing edition. That's what I'm really hoping for. There's an Animal Crossing edition Switch 2 when the game comes out, and maybe it's like something bigger and better. But we are going to do one race on this island in the future. If anybody has time, I still wish I figure out the time. We're doing one big fundraiser event for Haley. One of oh my god, my memory. Don't get old. Do not get old. Nikki Picky Plays mods. Haley. So we are going to do one fundraiser race, and then after that fundraiser race, I'm gonna delete the island and then do a full reset for the big race before the next AC game comes out in like 2 years. So today should be a quick reset. You're all gonna see the backside scoop of how resetting works on a Switch that's not magical. Okay, so story time. I didn't stream last week because I had to work. I am old, 65. Sheila, honestly, Sheila, if you didn't tell me that, I think I'm under the assumption everyone here in chat is younger than me. I feel like I'm the only old person. I know I'm not, but sometimes I feel like I'm the only old person in the AC community because I'm almost 40. I'm not there yet, but I'm almost 40. And I feel like everyone I talk to is between the ages of 20 and 25. So on my head, every single person here is between 20 and 25. And Marie is 23 in my head. I don't care. Marie is still 23 in my head. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We gotta go to... How do I get to Nook's Crane again? Actually, we have Nintendo Online. Let's go to Danny's Island and pick up a few things. And we could do a little... Almost... No, wait. Seriously? No, Mama Cat. No. Hold on. Pause. All these years, Mama Cat, I genuinely thought you were no more than 35. Like 30 youngest, 35 oldest. I put you in that age bracket, Mama Cat. In my head, you were in that 30 to 35 age bracket. I'm just wiser. Care. Than I was at 25. I think age by just being a mom, at least Cody just said that right now listening to the convo. You have to be more responsible when you are a mom. How's Cody? How are you doing? How's fatherhood going? Because that's a whole other... I'm bracing for that day. Because that's a whole other conversation. I feel like when streamers start having their first kid, most streamers I've seen have essentially taken a break from streaming. And when like Sienna's taking a break, Kang took a break, he tried and then ended up taking a break, come back, tried to end up taking a break again. And I have friends now that have kids, and I said, yeah, they take up a lot of time. They took up a lot of time. With the brain of a 10-year-old mom cat. Me too. Marie says, quote Bob Dylan. I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. Oh. He said, and I quote, good. I don't know what's happening. Listen, in my book now, after seeing my friends have their kid, if your kid's alive and healthy, boom, 2 thumbs up. I think that's the first, like, I want to say 1, 2, 3 years. Any moms in chat, feel free to chime in here. Any grandmothers in chat. I think like the first 3 years, you're just trying to keep them, make sure they're, you know, healthy. Yes, I'd be young brain to mama. Oh, okay. Young brain. I got a question for you, young brain, in a second. I almost came back and then was like, okay, literally with what time? Okay. There is one creator, I forgot their name. They were a parent and they did not work. They are But when they became a parent, they just kept creating content, videos, and streaming. I said, how did you do that? And they work. Because I imagine, because I already shared my life schedule with you all. I wake up around 6, get ready for work, go to work, come back around 5 or 6, have to take my dog and take care of her, walking in between. You know, I got 3 hours to myself. I'm assuming with a kid, those 3 hours would go straight to the kid. How do people create content? You know? I may grow old, but I'll never grow. Mama cat, I'm borrowing that. That's what I'm going to live by. And make sure they're learning. Dylan. Okay, Dylan. But make sure they're learning. I have a what would you all do in a scenario. Those that don't know, I work at a college. My role at said college is I am an advisor. So what that entails is you have any issues at all, not even related to class, I got you. Most of the time. We spend the first 2 years teaching our children to walk and talk, and then the next 16 tell them to sit down and be quiet. Music. That's so true. That's so true. Listen, when I was a teacher, those that don't know, I used to be a teacher in kindergarten, actually. I actually did like a lot of stuff that normal kindergarten teachers wouldn't do. Like what Muesli just said about sitting down. Sometimes I have my kids sit down. By my kids, I'm talking about my students. But most of the time, I actually teach them lessons while they're standing up. Because I know as a 5-year-old kid, it's really hard to just punker down. So sometimes I'll have them run around. So it's like, all right, today, boys and girls, we're doing addition. And then we're like, what's addition? I was like, I'll show you. All right, everyone, run to the wall. And now we're going to count 1 and then have students run back and forth. Because that sitting thing right there, it's quite hard. Especially for the young ones. In a safe manner. All right, so I have a what would you do question for you. Like I said before, I work at a college, right? I am an advisor. And then what happened is we occasionally at our school, and I assume this is the case for most colleges. Classic Crystal Cozy Crystal Gamer, the singer. I'm waiting for the day Classic Crystal Cozy Crystal Gamer to appear on one of the singing competitions. Those that don't know, Classic Cozy Gamer of YouTube. How you doing? And thank you for the 15 months. Oh my God. A whole entire year and 3 months in. Much appreciated, Crystal. No, seriously, check out Crystal. Check out Sienna. I know Sienna hasn't posted content in a while, but still amazing content. So I have a question for you all. Normally, advisors are never part of open house at the school or anything. Usually for open house at most colleges, it's the admissions office. I do that with my youngest granddaughter. She's 3. She loves a shun. Hold on, what does that mean? Tion. I'm sure that's a misspelling. She loves a Tion? Sorry, I am one of those that cannot read errors sometimes. Sometimes people can depict what they mean. I can't do. I'm not one of those. Action games and learn. Oh, action. That makes sense. Listen, if you can have fun while learning, that's the best way to learn. When I taught 4th graders, what I ended up doing was we took a school bus. Obviously, kids are excited when they see a school bus for a school trip, right? The school trip was not to a museum. It was not to a beach or anything. The school trip was to our local grocery store. I'm more of a hands-on teacher. So when we taught math for the kids, right? Sometimes you're teaching them math. You know, you have your fingers held up like 1 + 2 is what? 3. It gives you a concept, but it's another thing to see it live in action. Rose, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well on this Saturday morning. So what we did for one class trip was I took my kids, there was about 23 off the top of my head if I remember correctly, to the grocery store. And I gave them a list of items. And I told them they have to get exactly what's on the list, and the cashiers and the store manager already were privy to this information. So the stores and managers, they were not supposed to do any of the math calculations at all. My students were supposed to grab what was on their grocery list, do the math out, do the addition, do the subtraction, and then if they get it correct, they get to keep what was on their list of grocery stuff and the extra spare money. That, to me, is the best way to teach kids. Hey, Rose, I'm doing good. I am wide awake. Currently drinking coffee for the... and gonna do this quick little stream before I run off to play Pokemon Go, because today is Snorlax Day. Rose saying, oh, thank you for subbing. Much appreciated. You are officially 1,000... What am I at now? Rose, sure, number 1,000 something something something. I'm just gonna pretend you are 1,000. I'm at to 200 or 300. I forgot. You're either 123 or 124. But thank you, Rose. Much appreciated. All right. So, like I said earlier, I work at a college, and oh, look at Danny. So cute. So this is the first year advisors were invited to participate in. I'm the one. Oh, the 100. Wait, 1,000 billion trillion subscribers. Rose, if I ever get to that level, Rose, I want you to be live with me, and you're gonna unsub and resub when I hit the exact number. And we'll go back to this exact stream and say like, hey, you did it. You are the 100 million to a billion subscriber. Towels, how are you doing? Rose, hey. Marshall Simmons, how is my sleepless friend over here? Those that don't know, Marshall works like crazy hours. Oh man, I forgot it is Easter. I genuinely forgot it was Easter. Okay, what we're doing here right now is trying to grab a few trees and stuff. I just forgot where Danny puts everything on this island. Are you okay, or are you just okay? Excited for Easter? I honestly didn't remember. Peace, Brian! Thank you for the head pat and the love and the 6 months. Half of the year. Jeez. Sometimes time fly by way too soon. Pulling 16 hours the next few days after pulling... Okay, I don't know how to do this on stream, but one day I'm gonna figure out how to pin comments so it floats up there. Oh my god, do any streamers know how to do that? What add-on do you use to actually pin comments so it shows up on screen? So when I'm replying, I just pin the comments up, like Marshall's comment. 36 hours should be illegal. I feel like it is illegal. No, you have to... Listen, if you're a truck driver, you're only allowed, I think, correct me if I'm wrong if there's any truck drivers listening or anybody married to a truck driver. I think you're capped out at 14 hours or 16 hours of driving before you're obligated to pull over. 36 hours straight? No, Marshall. I'm okay, doing better than I was last. Hey, making progress. Stream Elements, I think. Oh, Stream Elements. I gotta look that up then. Because right now everyone's chat is behind my head, but I want to be able to like pop it up and be like, oh. Okay, we need to find. Oh, this is what I need to find. I had to pull them because someone lost. Oh no. Those are sad moments. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm trying to fix up my living room on ACNH. Hey! Now, what design theme are you going for, Rose? So it's for me, I don't have every a theme. I just put up whatever's pretty. She's taking my shift next week. Ah. That's sweet, though. But not sweet in that sense, but like, it's sweet you're doing that. It's just, oh man. I have a coworker that lost their dad, too. And as someone that unfortunately has lost his dad, too, I get the pain, the frustration, everything. I got my stream. Hey, listen. Towels. Wait, why are you here in front of my face? Towels, thanks for following on Twitch. Was it Twitch? YouTube's over there. I think. Wait, why did it pop up in front of my face? Oh man, that. Oh, Stream Deck. Even if you're not a streamer, but you use your computer a lot, I cannot highly recommend you get a Stream Deck. You can put commands in there to do shortcuts for everything. I want my island city core so badly, but I have a problem trying to make my island look city core. Do you have any advice to help me with the roads and placing items where they should go? So, Rose, my specialty, you can ask anybody in chat, is making mazes. So, my suggestion is probably not think of me the best advice, because I assume for you want to make it navigatable. So you probably want to spread the items enough where you can really walk around so it's not too cluttered. But once you see my island, I make it to a maze. So I would put, if you want to make it like a maze format like my island, tightly as close as possible. But honestly, for a regular island, if you want to just look aesthetically pleasing, if this was the size of a car here, these 3 rug thingies and wallpaper, the next car should be maybe 2 blocks over to give it enough space for you to run around with your villager. See, for my island, I'll have a car here, and I'll literally have a car right here, so you have to like do one of these little squeeze. I'm gonna play Hello Kitty after lunch. Wait, Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty has a game? I didn't know Hello Kitty had a game. I just knew Hello Kitty was popular. I saw Hello Kitty everywhere in Japan. I didn't know it was a game. I thought it was like a doll thing. Okay, so my what if scenario, what would y'all do? Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Okay, me. Is everybody playing that game? It's really good. Wait, let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. I'm getting distracted, I know. Lurking, otherwise, I'll never get my daily stuff before. Mama cat. Much appreciate the lurk. Hold on. What's it called? Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I didn't know Hello Kitty had a game. It was ever a couple months ago. Where was I? Clearly, I missed not only the announcement of the game, but I also missed everyone that streamed the game too. Then, oh my god, this is like Animal Crossing. Kelly, you're playing this too? I was on vacation. Oh, that would make sense. Wait, did you get to design stuff? Okay, this actually looks like AC. The gym looks like AC. Wait, can you place stuff down? It's a lot of AC. Hold on, no. Question. Can you actually put stuff down outside? Is that... Oh, that... You can! Hold on. We're gonna do a little... Hold on. Is there a trailer? Oh, there is a trailer. Wait. Hold on. We're gonna pause the music because I...
Welcome to another beautiful day on Friendship Island.
Bye, Classy. Thank you for coming by.
Conditions are perfect to bake some memories with Hello Kitty. First, we need the right look. Tuxedo Sam always knows the latest trends. He's ready to serve up some style.
Oh my god, this is like Dinkum in AC.
A pinch of creativity and a sprinkle of Choco Cat's mastery, and voila! Something crafty to use on our quests. The excitement bubbles up. We rise together. And as our journey unfolds, we discover so many new flavors of friendship. Karopi's dream is to restore the island's natural beauty. And Batsmaru is convinced there's something fishy going on. Sometimes things can get...
What if this is what AC is like next in the future?
We can always cool off by the beach. Or spend a lazy afternoon spicing up our cabin. Every challenge is a new treat waiting to be savored. And in the end, the best part of baking is sharing everything with your friends. So if you've got a big appetite for a cozy adventure, come join us. See you soon.
Oh my god, how much is the game? Wait, how much is the game? No, seriously, how much is... Okay. Those that don't stream. Streaming is a fun thing as long as you enjoy it, right? But this is one thing when I do talk to other streamers, I personally suggest, especially for someone that's going to be a new streamer in the future. So anybody here that doesn't stream yet and wants to stream in the future, I highly recommend, if you have 1 or 2 games you play that you don't make content out of, so you can actually enjoy gaming for what it is. I might give Hello Kitty an off stream a try. That game I might give it a try. Hey Suna, how are you doing, by the way? Aloha to you as well. So I'm gonna give you all a scenario of something that happened last week when I was at work. This is why I didn't stream. I had to attend an open house event for our university, right? I need to know what you all would have done in this situation, and I'll tell you what I did afterwards. I'm on vacation. Hey, I'm thinking about starting crochet tutorial. Marsha, you know who should sub to Marsha's channel right away? I'm not gonna call her out, but she's in chat. Somebody in chat also crochets regularly as well. Oh, I thought I missed the T. I should sub. No worries. Oh yeah, definitely sub to Marshall. Marshall. Wait, Marshall, are you gonna use that channel name or are you gonna make a different channel? So each of the advisors were given a presentation room, right, with professors. And what happened is, let's say you all came to my college and you're like, hey, I am interested in, majoring in engineering. That was the room I was in. I managed 4 different majors. Engineering is one of them. My boss told me that my coworker that we can't do handwork while waiting for calls. So now I'll learn during work hours to make the Suna. That could be a whole entire meme right there. I don't know yet, but I have been asked to start one. I'll make baby clothes and oh, Marshall, please DM me your channel when you make a channel. If and when you make your channel, please DM me. Marshall, what would be a fun name for Marshall's crochet club? Hold on. Anybody have any ideas? Let's see. What would be a fun name that is essentially crochet channel with Marshall thrown into it a little bit, or even Simmons? It could be Stitched by Marshall. Actually, no. Hold on. Crochet. Crochet is with the hooks, right? Hooked by Marshall. I'm so bad at making names. Hooks by Marshall. Getting hooked by Marshall. And that. Do you have a theme for you? I do, Rose. Hold on. I'll show you the island in 1 second. Let me just grab a few things from Danny's Island. Because we have an event coming up where you're essentially going to have to find these lilies of the valleys. And I'm going to hide them around the island. Getting hooked by Marshall Simmons. I actually like that ring. I make, oh boy, muesli, that's a big word right there. I make, what is, how do I pronounce that? I make yes, I do work in education. Hold on. I make gourmet? How about Marshall makes? Oh, it's a toys. Wait, me, seriously, you? Oh my god, do everybody here create stuff? Aiden Crossing, how are you doing today? Happy Saturday morning to you. Apparently, we are learning today, Aiden, that there are folks in chat that makes toys, crochets, and stuff. Aiden, you don't have a crafting channel by any chance, do you? I'm assuming based on your name, you are a AC creator. Y'all are so productive and skilled. I just make them. Exuda, you and me both. I don't even know how I made my island the way it is. Woolly YouTube! Towels, yes! I'm also starting to make t-shirts. Honestly, if y'all are ever up for it, I'll partner with y'all for a merch store in the future. Because I've been looking at merch stuff. I'd rather support what you call it, like the community, than outsourcing outside where I can't see the quality or guarantee it. No, I don't have any crafting channel. I'd be more likely to stream games. Hey, oh, listen, stream games. You know when? No, I was gonna say you should stream next AC, but that's not gonna start for a long time. That's not gonna. We got at least 2 years before that. All right. So the what if scenario. If you're in charge of hosting a room for a specific major at the university, like I did last week, you're telling everybody about the major, right? So for my engineering folks, I gave them the information about the channel. I mean the channel. About the major. Yeah. Crafts and games, you can combine them together. What Marshall said musically, you can combine them together. What would you do if you were presenting and there's about, I want to say 40 people listening to you, and then you get interrupted because, hold on, where's the interruption at? Let me show you what I showed up on my slideshow. This is what I pulled up on my slideshow. Where's images at the university? Because we're talking about engineering and stuff we do. Oh, thanks, Rose. Oh, I'll show you more in a second. I pulled up this thingy. You know, getting the students excited for engineering. Because if you're in mechanical engineering, you're going to be doing that. Tell me why there was a very lovely lady interrupted the whole entire thing. Like, she got up and essentially started saying how that is not good for the world and we need to stop making engineering stuff that's going to take over the world. And she went on for like a solid 2-minute rant. What would you all do in that scenario? If you're literally on the spotlight and someone just essentially heckled you, like if you're a stand-up comedian, you're getting heckled. And she pretty much asked me at the end of her little speech, say like, what can we do to make sure those robots don't come to light? In my head, I wanted to just say out loud real quick, this is the engineering presentation. You're going to, we're working on that. Speaking in front of people, I grab my pants. Go buy a drink. I debate better drunk. Towels. I don't know why I pictured Towels literally giving that presentation out. Towels like, hold on, give me a second. And you just get that meme of Towels leaving the room, driving somewhere, like a cartoon, grabbing a few drinks, and then coming back in, slamming the bottle. It's just like goodbye. It's just say next question. So that was the moment where I was like, by the way, bros, this is what I mean by it's a maze island. It's really hard to navigate. Like, you have to really do a lot of squeezing in between everything. I pretty much told the lady, I said, and regrettably, I said, if you want to rein in the engineering development, you have to start with politics. They make the rules and the laws. And they were like, yeah, but what if it takes over? I was like, that's what the politics are for. Amazing. Rose, thank you. Hold on. So, Rose, let me explain my island to you real quick. This is capture the flag. Naru, have a good night. Thank you for coming by. So what happens is you see the 3 green areas. You see Blathers up on the top. You have Able Sisters, and the bottom right you have Nooks and Cranny. There are going to be streamers that get invited over to the island. So 2 people team up, and your job is to go around the island and collect Lily of the Valleys and bring it back to your base. The trick is you can also go steal flowers from the other teams. So it should be, and we're going to do it as a fundraiser for a future event. So it should be fun and chaotic. That's what I'm aiming for. My criminal prosecution teacher always drank two devils before. Thanks for that. Just to get him by. I'll smile sweetly, then carry on with the presentation. All the while imagining that lady in the bathroom feeling quite poor. Really, I think you're right in what you and my faraway friend. Listen, actually, I should have just done that. Just like, okay, I just moved on from there. Koro, how are you doing? When is the race starting? I gotta recruit people. I haven't recruited anybody yet. This is more of a fundraiser for a Haley, and I can show y'all real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up the thingy-mabob. This is still a work in progress. I've been so busy. This is essentially the thing. So it's gonna be an actual race for the first time ever. I'm actually not. Everyone can bring the items. Donations just impact the. Oh, the fundraiser is for this individual, Haley's mod, actually. So we are gonna get this started probably in 2 weeks or so. I still gotta message Danny and Nikki, and then it's gonna be a fun thing. I'm trying to make sure viewers that donate also get a chance, because what happens is everyone that competes in this event now, they're gonna get a chance to compete in Nook or No Nook. And depending on how they place up here will determine what their prize is if they secure the 99k bell bags. I think it'll be fun. You get 5 channel gift memberships. Random viewer from your chat can win a merch of yours or Discord Nitro. And if you get first place, you get all 3. Second place, you get 2. Third place, you get 1. If you get the 99k bell bags. So should be a fun event. I just gotta get the island ready. Which I am slacking on. Coral. So where do we donate? There is going to be a GoFundMe link soon. There will be a GoFundMe link, Marshall. Probably be. I gotta. What day is this? What is today? Today's the 19th. I gotta find out from Danny. Probably not next Saturday, but maybe either the 3rd or the 10th will be the event. I'm thinking that's gonna be the. I think I gotta confirm everyone's schedule. Wait, I want to build a skyline so bad on my island, but every time I end up deleting my island and not do it. I'm trying hard not to delete my island and make it look good. It's tempting, but yes, try not to delete your island. It takes a lot more work to flatten the island if anything else. But when you restart, you're essentially spending a lot more time just getting back to the point where you can actually have all the tools and everything. So just, it's easier to, yeah, hold off on deleting your island. Those that don't know, there is PAX event coming up. I think we talked it 2 weeks ago. There was an event 2 weeks ago for, not 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we talked about me going to PAX and me worried about driving or getting into PAX. I don't know how to stop myself. It's tempting. Just don't do it. Bro, just don't do it. Pumpkin! Did you take the bus? No. So the plan was we weren't sure what to do for me to get to PAX. Because what happened is, those that don't know, I am... Well, those that are new to the channel, let me just tell you up front. I lied to my mom. A lot. I reset it twice, but flattened a dozen times. Oh my god. King Towel, you are a beast. those that don't know, I lie to my mom because she is very, very frugal. She will not spend money, even though if she has the money, she will not spend it on anything. So, my mom has cataract surgery actually this Monday, and she does have health insurance. But for those that are not in America, you have to pay the deductible. You have to pay X amount of money before the insurance even kicks in to cover the cost. So I lied to my mom and I said, no, the insurance is going to cover everything, when it's not, and I'm going to cover the remaining balance. And because of that cost, I wasn't sure if I could afford to go to PAX. And what happened last week was I got a text message from a group of my friends that are actually going to go to PAX, and they were going to give me a ride. I was like, ooh, maybe. So I said, all right, I got my paycheck on Friday, yesterday. I said, let me do the budget out, see if I can afford my mom's surgery and get the PAX tickets. And then I forgot how much the PAX tickets were. My wife looked it up. The tickets were sold out. The tickets were sold out for Saturday. And I said, why? So, for anybody that was here last stream, I can't make it to PAX. I'm so sad. But it's fine. There's always next year. Chung, don't lie to your mom. Mom, okay, I have valid reasons. I lie to my mom all the time. It's just easier. Danny, those who don't know, the amazing Canada sing. Who? Wait, Danny, did you not stream today? Or did you stream and I missed it completely because I was out shopping? Try and hit someone up if they're selling a spare ticket. Here's the thing though. This is just a moral thing in me. I hate scalpers so much because I feel like everything now, and this is why I'm kind of nervous for about the Switch 2, is the scalpers. There's just everything you want in life now. There's just scalpers left and right, and I refuse. I try my dang best. I refuse to pay scalpers, even if unless I really need the item. I refuse to pay scalpers because you just ruin it for everybody so much. So even if I see PAX tickets on eBay for like $5 more, just like the morals in me, I refuse to pay the scalpers. Because if anybody here has ever been to a concert, you know the second there's concert tickets of release on Ticketmaster, even with early access memberships like what Nintendo plans to do with their accounts, you know scalpers are still going to figure out a way to swoop in, grab the Switch 2 or the tickets to your concert, and then resell it for $100 to $200 profit. Not so much that, but even if someone you know or might be through the Discord has one more ticket because someone they know might just drop. Oh, I didn't think about that, Coral. I did not think about that. I can't lie to my mom. She looks at me and I crumble. She's 94. I'm convinced. She's on my... I had to craft a lot of stories and have notes to keep track of my lies to my mom. I don't even think about scalpers, to be honest. Because I did look, Coral, on eBay. They're like $30-40 more. I was like, I refuse. I refused. There's already scalpers with the Switch 2 in the UK offering reorders for... No! Oh. Didn't you do that? Yes, I did, Angsuna. For those that didn't know, I did lie to my mom and I said the university is providing my mom with a mattress. And update for the mattress story. Those that don't know, my mom slept on like a very old mattress. Like, essentially with bars and stuff in there, right? She still had those same bars after we updated her mattress from the quote-unquote donation from university. So I had the university make another quote-unquote donation last week of these cardboard like filler things to actually strengthen up the mattress. I think at this point I've reached line number like 20 something with my mom. Oh man, I wish I could meet her though. She's a hoot sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, we got those sticks there. Let's put a ooh. How about this? Let's put a lily here. And then we can do a bushy here. If I can find a bush. Hold on. We need... Please tell me I did grab a bush. Alright. We're putting a holly. I forgot the name of this one. Ooh. So. Actually, no, I should not say this story. Sorry, I wish I were in my head sometimes. I had a funny story in my head, but I was like, that would be an 18+ stream. I should do one of those one day. 18+ Trunking After Dark stream. There's certain stories I can't share in chat. I try to make my channel kids friendly. But there are certain things. I wish I... Wait, why can't I... Oh, there we go. I set my alarm for that. Please do. Members only. Oh, God. Because there are certain stories y'all gonna be like, what? Because I have some crazy ones. It's, yeah, it definitely 18, maybe on the line of like 21+ stream. YouTube would implode. Wait, what did Mama Cat say? I could tell my mom it. See, I can too, Mama Cat, but that usually, depending on what I tell her, will come with either a belt, a whooping of some form. But that'll be a fun little thing. Hold on, we need to do... By the way, for any streamers that are interested in maybe participating in the race, there are prizes for you and your channel. Let me know. We don't have a date at all yet. I still got to message Danny. Sorry, Danny. I've been busy with life. I can tell you more about it in chat. And Nikki. Because I think Danny was... Let me pull up the Discord real quick and make sure it's not on stream here. Because when was the last thing I messaged Danny and Nikki? Because Danny said... Oh, yeah, for sure. So Danny's flexible. Nikki is... What's Nikki's schedule? Hold on. Oh, Nikki has something to do with her kids on the 26th. So we're looking at probably May. So most likely, if anybody is interested at all in participating, Danny, I'm not sure if you have any success reaching out to anybody because I haven't yet. We could do it probably sometime in May, this event. So if anybody that's a streamer, let me know. We are looking for... Hold on. Let me show you what we're looking for. We are looking for... With my horrible pictures. We're looking for 6 competitors. Oh no, that was my dad. If dad found out you're in trouble. We're looking for commentators. So you don't have to be a streamer. You can be a streamer and commentate if you want. This is if you're not a content creator but you want to participate. We're looking for someone to help donate donations. What happens is those that donate through GoFundMe in the future. So if anybody do fundraiser events in the future, if you do it through GoFundMe, they do not give you alerts that will pop up on the screen. So I need somebody to actually watch GoFundMe, and then essentially you're going to be hopping into voice chat between all these teams and say like, hey, you, Mama Cat, go swim, towels, go dig, or whatever. And then while I'm streaming, I need 1 or 2 people to be judge and jury. Like what they say goes. And of course, spies for me, not for the other streamers, but for me. And then I'm going to ask TVT if he can't, I'll ask somebody to be a banker for Deal or No Deal. So it should be a big, not big event, but big enough where we actually need a few people. So if anybody's free, if not, I'll be reaching out to everybody and see who's available. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is put one lily over here, and this should. I'll be a judge. Taos, just mention, just DM me so I don't forget. I don't know how everyone else's memory is, but sometimes my memory is kaput. Like even with my students, if I promise Taos something, if I don't put a reminder on my phone, I'll be like, I did promise that? Oops. Woo! Oh wait, hold on. Where's the slingshot? Mine is okay-ish. Uh-oh. Yay! There we go. Surprise gift for whoever finds the item. But no, my memory is bad though. Like I said earlier, I was a teacher, and one thing I could not do was... Oh, can I get to that side? Hold on. Let's see if I can get to that side. Was remember everybody's names. So what I horribly did was I used the excuse that because I couldn't remember most of my students' names, I was gonna make an excuse to teach them colors. And what I did was I put sticky notes on top of all my students' heads. So they learn not only red, blue, yellow, white, green, brown, black, and purple. They learned the advanced colors because there was more students in my class. So some students learned what periwinkle was. And mind you, these are 5-year-old kids. Some of them learn indigo, citrus. All right, so let's through. And the sad part is, I did this by accident. They ended up sticking with their color names for the whole entire time they were at the elementary school. Like most of their friends would call each other by their, like if you had friends at that age group and you were in my class, you wouldn't know this kid name was Towels. You would just be like, oh, that's the purple kid, and that over there is magenta. That's one way to do it, I guess. That's how it got in my head with remembering stuff. Yeah, my memory is... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I need a... That's what I forgot to grab from Danish Island. I need to grab coconuts. Somehow. This is why we need portable storage everywhere. Where is... Oh, boy. I don't have a portable storage, do I? Ah, crap. Crap. Alright, how do I get coconuts? I don't want to move this thing. Dang it. Alright, give me the coconuts. Alright, got one. This is what goes on behind the scenes for the Lost Race. Anytime there's a big event like this and you're wondering what... This is usually me talking to myself while I'm watching a streamer. So half of the time I'm not even commenting in their chat because I'm just busy doing this and using them to stay sane. All right, let's see. So I can do this. Uh-oh. Wait, can I fit through that? Nope. All right, hold on. What if I did it from this angle? This is why one of the things I hate about mazes is trying to rebuild stuff after you take stuff down. Ah, no. Dang it. Wait, what if I did it this way? Because you have to put it in an exact spot, or not, you might essentially just block off the whole entire thing by accident. Okay. Because this is designed so essentially you can dig through there, but you can't come through here. Okay, yay, we did it. By the way, if anybody's playing Pokemon, go. Today is the big day. Gigantamax Snorlax. Always surprised me how you're able to easily navigate your own island without getting stuck, lost every 10 seconds. It'll be a nightmare. You know, those that don't know, go to Crunchy Island. You can still do the Mario race. Level 3 was the one I made. Level 3 was the big hair puller for me. That was a nightmare to build. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to level 3 and you will see how big of a nightmare that was to build that. I'm tempted to rebuild a version of that for a future event. I honestly, and I think everyone's pretty much on the same boat. I cannot wait. Oh, dang nabbit. I cannot wait for the new AC game. I kind of wish the Switch would be a little lower in price. I might turn this into a video. Because here's my own little... Oh, I guess I can't. Really? Okay. They're in business Ah, man, I have to swim. All right. In business, I forgot the name of it. There's an actual technique. I forgot the actual name, but essentially it's long line of you sell in business to lose money at first so you can make a profit. For example, for anybody here that owns a printer, you know for a fact printers are cheap as heck compared to the ink that you have to fill it back in with when you run out of ink. Because what happens is when they sell you the printer at a loss, they know they're going to recoup the cost and the money by selling you ink. I think Nintendo should have done the same thing with the Switch 2. Because if they would see the game pricing, I can understand. If you can sell the games at a higher price, but if you lower the cost of the Switch, people are more likely to spend money on your monthly online subscription, your cost for a game. I'm not happy with Nintendo. Why do I have to pay 70 euros more than the United States? Wait, you do? Oh my god, I didn't look at the prices elsewhere. I just been looking at the prices here in America. Jesus. But that's one thing Nintendo should have done. Oh, I ran out of... Wait, hold on. I can shake that tree. I can shake the tree. I was going to say I ran out of coconuts, but I forgot I can shake that tree. I made the mistake of calculating. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Xuna. Okay, I have a serious question, though. If it's more in Europe, right? Would it be cheaper for you all to just get the Switch in America then? And then have it shipped over to you? Because I know there's import fees. But, hold on. Let's do the math out. Because I need to know. Cost of Switch 2 in euros for Europe. Hold on. Let's do the math out real quick. Nintendo Switch 2 is priced at in Europe a bundle. So if it's... Hold on, let's copy that. Euro to dollars. Hold on. If that was euros. Oh, it's roughly the same. I made the mistake with calculating it. It's roughly the same. Still a lot of money in my book. In my book, honestly, the Switch should have been 450, 500 tops. And you can justify the cost of gaming. Because once you get, for anyone that do get the Switch 2, you're not just getting a Switch. We all know this. You're getting the extra controllers, depending on the state of the Switch, that extra Joy-Con when you have drift, maybe a Pro controller for the content creators. You're getting at minimum 2 to 3 games. And you're paying for online most likely. I'm considering that, to be honest. Remember the fiasco with the 3DS? Nintendo dropped the price after poor initial sales. It may happen again. Do you think that's going to happen, though, this time? I'm getting a that makes sense. I forgot which streamer it was. I was talking to somebody. It was like, we always joke around about getting sugar daddies and sugar mommies, but how does one actually go about that? Is there like a website? Sugardaddy.com and you upload your picture and your information and then just some random sugar daddy just goes window shopping. I was like, huh, this person's cute. And they match you up. Oh my god, imagine that as like a new Tinder app. There are many websites that grow at once. Workshop. There is a website. I was just making that up. I think it's gonna be region locked, so buying it anywhere else won't work. Oh man. But that business wise, I get it. But that sucks. I'm not. Yeah, music. I think a lot of people aren't from the community. I think the community pretty much will be getting switched to predominantly the streamers and some of the hardcore Nintendo fans, for the most part. To be fully honest, and I said this last stream, the first game that's coming out with the Switch 2, Mario Kart, realistically, do we any of us really need Mario Kart? We all have Mario Kart. This Mario Kart, it's the same Mario Kart as it was on the Nintendo 64. It was the same Mario Kart it was on the Nintendo GameCube. It was the same Mario Kart on the NES. Just better graphics and maybe a different way to throw an item. It's the same thing. I'll be honest, like a new Mario Kart, it's fun for the first 2 weeks. Like, think back, when was the last time you played Mario Kart? You know? It's like when I opened up the Switch, there's so many other games to play. It's like, what's going to drag me to Mario Kart over everything else? Yeah, your Nintendo Switch membership is region locked, right? It is? Oh, man. I'm sorry. Wait, what happened if this? What if I got a Switch too, right? And then I decide I really hate it here in America. I'm just going to move it to Italy. And take everything with me. I can't use the Switch 2 at that point anymore. Like, I have to get a European Switch 2. There has to be a way around it. Because you bought the system. There has to be a way around it. And then, oh, that's the one thing I hated about the announcement of the Switch 2. The games are essentially like fake digital physical cards. No. That should have been hardcore copied physical copies that you can sell to someone else without being on the freaking cloud. Well, you get the Switch 2 if they give a bit more content for the New Horizons. I would. I don't know if a lot of people would though. Because if anything, I'm assuming with the Switch 2, if you buy New Horizons and put on the Switch 2 console, I'm assuming, just for me, this gameplay should be a little bit smoother. But I don't know if they're going to do anything else. Because I know some places they said they'll remaster the game. I would imagine they wouldn't, because they're more focused on their time with the new AC game. I'm start saving for Switch 2 when they announce the ACNH. I don't have Mario Kart, and I'm thinking about it. We're gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna do a giveaway. Because this economy, ooh. Nah, it would still work for you because your console you already bought would be fine. So you're telling me, Pumpkin, I could buy one and send one to you. It would have to be a new AC game. Obviously, too accident. Yeah. I have some wild ideas for a new AC. I doubt Nintendo's going to do it because those that know Nintendo, they're very old school. But there are things I would definitely have implemented if I was a creator of AC to make the game more funner. That does not go against AC's ideology, put it that way. Because you have an American membership with the American Switch. Oh. Those that don't know the history about Animal Crossing, aka Debutsu no Mori, it was first made because the creator, like, I think I'm 99% accurate with this. The creator of Animal Crossing, the one that proposed the idea, spent a lot of time at work, right? So he wanted a way to play games with his kids while they're not together. So that's why he developed Animal Crossing, where you could do something and it will essentially affect the change of the game with somebody that's playing the game, like your kids are playing it. And then when he came home, he could play it. And I have some ideas I wish Nintendo would hopefully implement that would take that same principle and apply it for the next game. But I appreciate you. No problem, Pumpkin. Because those that don't know, there's a little pocket game that's really popular called Pokemon Go. You can easily implement a version of that. Oh, come on. That was right there. With AC. So imagine, I said this in the past, I'm going to keep saying it until Nintendo does something. There is a mini pocket game for your phone for Animal Crossing that connects to the next AC game. So while you're out and about doing something in the real world, that would affect something in game. And make the online services for Nintendo a little more enticing, you could have a shared community area. So let's just pretend New Horizons is the same game, right? But imagine if there was an island, a city, a countryside where all the community, aka you watch a Clumsy Pumpkin, Pumpkin has her own island. But Pumpkin could then have a shared island where everyone's community could build stuff while Pumpkin's away. And then, in combination with the Pocket app, if you go to, let's say, the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Your villager, your buddy, takes a snapshot, brings back the Statue of Liberty, and you get it in game. And you can drop it off to Pumpkin in her side island. Pumpkin then take it and bring it back to her main island if she wants. Just something to make the game more 21st century while still incorporating what the belief was for the development of AC. I love the first Animal Crossing. The first was the villagers robbed you of your fish or fully full. I wish. So I didn't play the other AC games. I wish I could experience, without having to turn on the GameCube or something, the original mean villagers. Because I was told the villagers here in this game, the grumpy ones, are very tame. I want some mean villagers. You know? Like, imagine just a villager coming up and shoving you and just taking half the stuff in your item bag. That'd be hilarious. It'll be annoying, but it'll be hilarious. Oh, wait, there's stuff up here already. Hey, that's not too bad. They were me. Tron, AC. Jenny, how you doing? Thank you for the 16 months. Oh my gosh. Man, everybody's hitting the double digits for the months now. How you doing, Jenny? Jenny, are you going to get the Switch 2 when it comes out? Or are you going to wait for the new AC game to get it? Oh, the villagers in the first few games were savage. Oh my god, they could do so much if they just bring back the old villagers. Like, imagine if Apollo walked up to me and was just like, I've seen better, and just like change my outfit on the spot or something. I'm debating about getting the Switch 2. I think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna try to get it right away, but that also depends on my budget. Because I think everyone had the surprise Pikachu face when Nintendo announced. Not announced. They had you go to the website, and then when you look at the website, you saw the price. Because how much would it actually be? Hold on. Let's see. Where is my calculator at? Because I think the majority of us, we're all gonna get it at the Switch 2 cost. Let's see. Hold on. What was the deal again? For whatever. Let's see. Hold on. Let's bring out the calculator over here. I just want to see how much it's actually gonna really cost. So it's 500 in American dollars, right? With the bundle. All I want is to get the GameCube emulator. That's all I want. Switch to accessories. And then now here's the thing for those that are American, because of good old Donald Trump. I think the Switch 2 is not going to get hit with the tariffs, but I heard through the grapevines that the accessories will. So most people are going to get the Pro controller. How much is that going to cost though? Hold on. How much is that going to cost? How much are the Switch 2 accessories costing? Also, I want to get my Kirby's Air Ride. That's my childhood right there. What's an Air Ride? What's an Air Ride? Alright, how much? Joy-Con 2 straps are $13.99. New price. Okay. They won't have to have. Okay. Let's. We're just gonna ballpark it then. We're gonna just ballpark it. With tariffs, a Pro controller is probably gonna be 110. And then you're gonna get, and that's the bundle, right? With the Mario Kart game. But you're definitely gonna get another game $80, but with taxes and fees, you're looking at like 95. And then you're gonna get probably a screen protector. That's what, like $20 probably. Is anyone buying? No, nobody's buying those straps. And then I heard a rumor. I just want to see if this is true. It's Switch 2. Does it come with a dock? Okay. It comes with Joy-Con and the dock and AC adapter, right? Oh, that's a question. I bet the Switch 2. Okay. So nobody knows. Nobody knows it's coming with the dock. My guess, honestly, the rough price everyone's gonna spend on it, most likely spend is gonna be $850 per Switch. I heard you can't buy a separate. Oh my god. Looks like we're gonna be on Switch 1 for a bit. Kirby's Air Ride is Mario Kart basically, but you only play as Kirby, the little pink dude. Oh, see, here's the thing. There's so many games that are so similar to each other now. I want something new that hasn't been done yet. That's all I want. It's something new that hasn't been done yet. Not like a knockoff or a similar version. It better come with a dock for that price. The heck, Coral. See, there's other games. You know what they could do? Because it seems like we can't own anything more nowadays. I wish they would have like 2-tier memberships, right? One for online only, and one that you can access games. Like X amount of dollars a month. You can download 3 games. And then you download said 3 games, and next month you can keep those 3 games. You can knock off one off, undownload it, play another game. If they're gonna keep the price, they have to do that with the high price of the Switch, or lower the Switch price, and you can keep the high price game. Because if you don't, not a lot of people are gonna be buying the Switch. Michelle, thank you for the 5. Oh wait, gifted. Oh, Michelle, I was gonna say thank you for the 5 months. Michelle, thank you for gifting the 5 members. I read that wrong. Sleepy Marshall, thank you. Those that don't know, Marshall, the crazy one that works crazy 16 plus hours a day. I take it back, a day. Marshall, thank you for gifting a membership to Crispy, Sammy, Squabbles, aka Emily, Marquand, and Elsa. I honestly thought it was 5 months at first. Thank you, Marshall. Everything total along with Switch 2 will be a great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be pricey. Because I'm just thinking about, not just for me, but like anybody that gives the Switch away, you're gonna have to deal with. Oh my god. No, seriously, thank you so much, Marcel. Because not only are you gonna have to deal with the Switch cost now and the games and accessories, you're gonna have to, if you give it away, you're gonna have to deal with import tax fees, which is a whole. Oh my god. Why is it always the poor people? We always have to struggle. I wish I had money sometimes just to be like, hey, you get a Switch, you get a Switch, you get a car, you get a house. I don't got 1,000, so I'm sticking with the Switch. I always joke around. I said one day I'm just gonna hit the lottery, and then I realized I never played the lottery, so I'm never gonna get. I'm never gonna get the money. Anybody ever say like one day I'm gonna make like $1 billion from the lottery, and then you never played the lottery? I spent $1,000 on the Steam Deck accessories. Wait, Marshall, is that how? That's how much a Steam Deck costs with the accessories? Oh my god. Okay, well, I had a crazy dream. I forgot who I shared this with. I bought one for next week. Ooh. No, Angsuni, you take that back. You take that back. What I was gonna say. I lost you. No. Yes, you take it back. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh man, don't get old, y'all. Do not get old. Nintendo must think we all zipped up the You can lie to your mom, but you can't make me lie. No. If we had bell trees like in AC and pick money outside whenever we need it. Steam Deck was 700 and the accessories were... That's how much a Steam Deck is? Oh my god. Oh. Jeez. I thought it was cheaper. Why is everything so freaking expensive? Oh my god. Why is everything so expensive? Oh my god. I know not. I don't want to say it. Actually, I don't think anybody in here is a multi-millionaire. Why is everything so expensive? It just... I wish y'all could see my face. It just dawned on me. The cost of living. Like, I knew it was expensive before. But it's just like, when you really think about it, we're all working class. PS5, I got a bundle and it was 3 years ago. It was like, oh god, $900. Dang, we are poor. Jesus. Oh man. Oh wait, is that a spot for a lily? No. Actually, hold on. This might be a good spot. We trade flowers. We'll put a lily here. We're just poor trying to make it out. Oh, here, that's all. I'm not even trying to make it out there. I think I'm trying to live my life the way everyone wants to. Just have enough money to be comfortable. Like, you're not worried about your next meal. You're not worried about rent. In the sense of, like, I don't have to have everything paid off. Ideally, yes. But have enough to... I think the majority of us will be happy if we had enough money to cover every expense, right? But have like, I'm not gonna make it unrealistic. Like, have $300 to $500 set aside each month, just into your savings. I think that should be that's the dream for a lot of folks, because I know a lot of people are living check to check. It's just imagine having all your bills, your gas to fill up your tank to full, repair your cars if needed, yada 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 yada, and have a spare $400 to $500 just to put in your savings. And that's with enough money for food, for your monthly subscriptions to everything, because everything's subscription based now. And our government's gonna freeze our pay, so there won't be a raise possible until... I think that's everybody now. Even the private sector. I know a lot of places are doing pay raises this year. Tax return, this is going to the bill. Sometimes I treat myself... If I'm like, oh, mama cat, I feel that. I feel that. I will be debt free. Oh, Mark. Rochelle, we're celebrating. I don't know how we're celebrating, but in August, we are celebrating. Hold on, can I pin that? Pin message. We are celebrating that, man. We are celebrating this in, what's it, April? May, June, July, August. 4 months. Rochelle, we're going to celebrate 4 months. This is why a lot of people have... Yeah. And you know the sad part is? The sad part is sometimes the side hustles aren't even enough. That's the unfortunate thing. Depending on your side hustle, sometimes you need 2 or 3. I'll probably have to pay 2 to 3K on top of the 24-hour pay. I'm pretty stupid. That's all right. I want to go on a tangent about taxes. Then I'm gonna buy my dream. Oh, what's your dream car, Michelle? What's your dream car? Here's the thing: the government already knows how much we all make. It's some. If you don't know, I'm gonna the term lobbying. There are people, companies, mainly very wealthy companies and folks, pay lobbyists to essentially get certain specific folks in the government to make deals that benefit them. One of those lobbying groups are TurboTax. If it wasn't for TurboTax and a few other companies in that area, we would not have to worry about our taxes. At the end of the day, the government would just send us a bill once a year, say like, "Hey, Jenny, you owe this much," or "We owe you this much because you overpaid." The Jeep. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to look this up. What does this look like? I know Jeeps. Jeep, but I never heard the Gladiator. Well, let's. Oh, those are. Oh, that looks. Oh, Marshall, this is nice. Build yours now. Hold on. Let's see what. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Marshall, what color? Or actually, hold on. Which one of these? There's 4 versions: Sport, Nighthawk, Sport, or Willys. We're gonna build Marshall's car together. Oh, there's more? How many Jeeps are there? Oh my god. Mojave, Rubicon, Mojave X. You know, I love cars, but from an outside non-Jeep person, they all look the same. Kinda. Hold on. You said Nighthawk. Nighthawk. All right, we're gonna build that. I had to pay back for taxes for the past 2 years, and this year I got a break because I have one job. Last year, those that don't know, when I started my current job, my first year, I screwed up with taxes and I said I had kids when I didn't. So I got hit by like I think it was $4,000 something bill that I owed the government because I put the wrong one. Ooh, black. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Okay. I screwed up on taxes. Okay. This is just my own hot take on black cars. I love black cars. My last car was black. The only thing I hate about black cars is if you get a scratch on that thing, oh, it shows. So if anybody, so Marshall, or anybody has a brand new black car, there is something the dealership would sell to you. If you can get outside, great. If not, they're overpriced with it. You can get this little plastic film to protect the paint. So if anybody gets a black car, I highly recommend you get the paint protection film. But oh my god, look at this. Doors off. What is all this? Hood decal by Mopar. Okay, I'm clearly not a Jeep person because I feel like this stuff is something that anybody that's a fan of Jeep should know. Here in Cali, I would never drive a black car. It's too hot year round. That's why you get your windows tinted as well. Especially if you live in a hot area. Please get your windows tinted. It's about, I want to say $100 to $200 depending on your car. I highly recommend everyone gets your window tinted. Not only because it gives you privacy and everything, but the main reason, if you get the right tints, it protects your car from heat. It protects you from UV exposure. And hopefully, this doesn't happen, but in the event you have a car accident, the tints on a window actually hold the glass together so it doesn't go shattering in your face if you're driving and somebody hits you on the side. And the tints actually hold the glass and it'll still shatter, but it'll hold it from, like, you know, hitting your face. Random car advice from Trong. The one luxury expense I suggest everyone usually get is window tinting. You don't have to make it black. You don't have to make it pitch black. But you should save a few dollars to get window tints. As long as all the rest of your car's in working order, get window tints so that way secures, safeguards your car. All right, we got that, and then give it a few days. That should grow, and I think we are good to go with the bottom portion. I just need to collect the rest of the lilies, but because of timing, I actually need to get ready for the event. Pokemon Go, y'all. Here in Cali, I would never try. Is it that hot though? It can't be that hot, Jenny. The black car paint will peel off here in Cali. Not speaking from experience or anything. My cousin has. No. Hold on. But Marshall, seriously, an amazing car. And if I ever, one, forgot what you look like, two, see you on the road, I will put a duck on your car. I don't know what kind of duck. It is a thing for everyone that is not a Jeep person. If you see a Jeep, you should take a rubber duck and put it on their car. How hot is it in Orange County, California? Because that's the only county I know. Well, it's not too hot. That's about my temperature here. But where is Orange County? Hold on. California map. Where is Orange County? I have no idea what I'm looking at. I genuinely have no idea what I'm looking at. The one I looked at was powder blue. It was... Oh, I know what you're talking about, Marshall. I know what you're talking about. Powdered. You got great taste. That's all I'm going to say. Strong. It's... Hold on. Let's... In the summer. It's 100, 110. Ooh, nope. No, nope. Yeah. You're so funny. No matter where you live, you have issues with cars. If you live where Jenny lives, you worry about the paint melting off. If you live where I live in Connecticut, or what we call the Rust Belt up here in the northern side of America, you worry about your car getting rusted. Oh man, I wish we had. That's a whole other stream. Sometimes I wish America had reliable public transportation. So if y'all don't see me in the summer, I am melting away. Oh man, it does get real how my husband is a semi truck driver and so attempts. Oh my god. Also, Marshall, tell your husband thank you for everything he does. I don't think truck drivers get enough credit for what they do. When I was ignorant at first. I assumed every truck driver made bangs and bangs of money. They do make money, but I assumed they make tons of money until I realized that truck drivers are responsible for their own fuel. And this one I knew. They are separated from the family, especially if they do the long haul truck hauling. Like local trucking, that's easy, minus the annoying traffic. But you really see your family every single day. But if you're going from you're delivering trucks of food, which is important, all the goods and everything from one side of America to the other side, you don't see your husband, your wife, your kids, or anything for a good chunk of time. I went with them. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's sweet. But still, that's also very... You never been in a truck? It's roomy, but not roomy enough for hours and days of being in there. Because most trucks, for long haul ones, you get this nice little tiny bed in the back. But with the way I can't speak for the whole entire country, but the way everyone's driving nowadays, you cannot pay me enough to have my job where I have to deal with the constant barrage of traffic every single day. And people cutting you off, honking, road raging at the most smallest things. I got to see 48 states. Okay, I know Hawaii isn't one of them. I'm assuming the other state or show is Alaska. Unless you went all the way to Alaska and you just skipped Florida or something. It was so hot last year that I can bake cookies on my... Jenny, can you actually... No, I'm not going to do it. The price of eggs is too high. I was going to say, can you crack an egg in the summer on your sidewalk and just film it? The only two not seen was Alaska and Hawaii. Marshall, if you ever go to Hawaii, let me know. I am from there. I can give you all the recommended spots. I bet I can. Wait till the prices of eggs drop, though. I can't imagine what the prices of eggs are in Cali. Because I know Connecticut's expensive. Our prices are almost similar to New York, but Cali is on a whole different level. It's if you live in California, that's a different price league. You can fry eggs in California. Hey, but at the same time, you can save money from turning your stove on just by cooking on the outside with the sun. I take it back. No, I don't recommend that. Ooh, wait, there's a spot here. Let's do one more dig before I go play Pokemon. Hold on, before I go play Pokemon. If anybody plays Pokemon Go, you're gonna DM me your friend code. I will best friend you. It will go on remote raids together. Let's put this there. And then we can put a Lily here. And then next week we will wrap this up and then start recruiting people. We'll start recruiting folks for the race. Get a cast iron skillet. Yes, the big metal black thing. Just fry everything on there. I went to Costco last week and eggs, 24 count was $25. And see, Costco is where a lot of the, and I'm not sure if it's in your area, but we have something called Aldi's here. Aldi, they put a cap on how many eggs you can get, but it's also cheap here too. But you go to a regular store, oh, those things are skyrocketing high. Leave it out for a few hours and then add the eggs. I kind of want a video from Marshall and Jenny of them cooking eggs on the sidewalk or cash island skillet. I found a source of farm fresh eggs. There was this TikTok meme I saw the other day. I started laughing because it was a woman. She was just venting and she was like, what kind of world do we live in now? Where everything's backwards. And she says, I just went to a store, the local dispensary, to get essentially legalized marijuana, to then buy eggs from someone off the street. I felt like everything flip-flopped. Oh man, Walmart here in Tennessee has 60 eggs for 28. Oh man. If y'all were living nearby, never mind. I was gonna say we could just, I was gonna say like I could start an egg farm and we just deliver eggs. But I know that would be a whole other expense right there. All right, y'all. Thank you for everyone that donated, for everyone that got their memberships updated. I appreciate you all so much. I will try to make the stream next week a little longer so we can actually finish this. Maybe play a game or two together and do a little giveaway. 3 months ago they were, oh my god. Everything's too pricey. All right, y'all. Everything's way too pricey. I'm gonna go have an existential crisis while I get ready for Pokemon Go. Thanks for everyone for coming by. Marshall, get some sleep when you have a chance. Jenny, when the heat comes, I love that egg cooking video. Mama Cat, the youngest person here, thank you for coming by. Thank you all so much. Gotta go catch them all, like Jenny said. Take care, everybody. Bye.